After winning 4 in a row on the road to sweep the Brewers and push the Dodgers to the brink, the Arizona Diamondbacks finally come home, and a roaring crowd of 48,000 is here to greet them. In a sense, their magic number is 1. One more victory in this series, and they're on to the LCS against either the Phillies or the Braves. On the other hand, for the Dodgers, well, their unmagic number is 2. They're down 2-0 in the series. Their first 2 starters have allowed 9 first-inning runs. A lineup that was very productive all year long has scored but 2 runs in each of the first 2 games. And their top 2 hitters, Betts and Freeman, are a combined 1 for 13. The 2023 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. Up in the booth, he's Ron Darling. I'm Bob Costas. If the Dodgers are going to get back in this series, Ron, they're going to need more from Lance Lynn than they got from Clayton Kershaw or Bobby Miller.
You know, for the Dodgers, it was the biggest pitching addition at the deadline was Lance Lynn. He came over, and it was win day when he started. He started 11 times. The Dodgers were 9-2 in those games. But in a little over 180 innings this year, he allowed 44 home runs. He's going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark if the Dodgers are to win.
He'll be opposed by Brandon Pfaadt, 24-year-old right-hander, up and down between the minors and the majors 3 times this year. His record 3-9, ERA close to 6.
He'll be the youngest starting pitcher to pitch a game here at Chase Field in their franchise history. They're hoping that Game 1 start he had against the Milwaukee Brewers will give him enough experience to pitch them in to the LCS.
The Dodgers have made a couple of changes in their lineup. They moved J.D. Martinez up to third, and Kike Hernandez comes off the bench, and he'll start in center field. James Outman will start the game on the bench. We'll be back with the first pitch and the lineups after this. Wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more, and root your favorite team on at MLBshop.com. Happy to be joined, as ever, throughout this postseason by Lauren Shahade. Lauren.
Hi, Bob. Arizona giving the ball to their 24-year-old rookie, Brandon Pfaadt. The last time you saw him in the wild card round, and I asked him, I said, what'd you learn? And he laughed. He said, not to throw 2-0 heaters down in the zone. He's got to elevate, and he knows it. Torey Lovello told me his first 3 pitches will tell you everything you need to know. If one of the first 3 out of his hand is a sweeper, Bob, he has good feel. He has confidence in his breaking stuff. If all 3 of them are fastballs, Torey said, I'm on high alert. So we will know very soon how this night's going to go for the rookie. Torey calls stoic in the very best of ways, Bob and Ron.
Lauren, to speak to your point, he had 94 strikeouts this year. Half of them came on the sweeper.
In the minor leagues, he was a strikeout machine. Struck out more than 200, even though he spent part of the season, obviously, in the major leagues. 3-9 for the season, ERA 5.72. But in his last 3 regular season starts, he was 2-1, ERA just under 3, 22 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched.
Like most 24-year-olds, season was uneven. Started in Reno, 3 different times was sent to the minor leagues, and now pitching in the biggest game ever.
Here's the Dodger lineup he will face. It'll begin with Mookie Betts, who will get all kinds of MVP support. Freddie Freeman will also get some votes. They're 2 of the best players in the game. They're a combined 1 for 13 so far in this series through the first 2 games. J.D. Martinez had 2 hits, one of them a solo homer in Game 2, so Dave Roberts has moved him up to the number 3 spot. And Kike Hernandez, small sample, but 2 for 5, a double and a homer off Pfaadt, is in the starting lineup in center field. James Outman is out for the moment.
Bob, this season, Betts and Freeman versus Pfaadt, 7 for 11 with the home run. Betts, who hits a lot of home runs out of that leadoff spot, may be trying to make a statement. Pfaadt gave up 23 home runs in less than 100 innings this year.
The Dodgers scored more than 900 runs this season. That's an average of better than 5.5 per game. But they managed just 2 runs, as we mentioned earlier, in each of the first 2 games of this series.
A little different lineup Pfaadt's going to see than we're in the first 2 games. J.D. Martinez has switched places with Will Smith. He'll be in the third slot, and the defense behind Fott. And the Arizona defense has been very good in these first two games in the entire postseason. Evan Longoria had some great plays against Milwaukee. Perdomo, Marte, Walker, and Moreno behind the plate. Gurriel Jr., Thomas, and Corbin Carroll, the star of this series so far in right.
In fact, talking about their defense, they made only 56 errors all year, lowest figure in the majors. They have one error in the 4 postseason games, but that was by relief pitcher Ryan Thompson. None of their position players has booted one. Mookie Betts steps in.
Oh,